Alright, I got here a 2013 Toyota Corolla. Customer complaint, it's a no crank. Now, a mobile guy was here and he put in a starter. He said he heard a click and he thought he put in the starter. It didn't start, so I think he took out his starter and left, and he called me down. Yeah, I hear the starter clicking. Yeah, the solenoid is definitely clicking. That means we're getting power to the solenoid. The only thing it could be is either another bad starter. Now, I'm honestly not sure which one is in right now. I have to call him. Really, it's really late. The only reason I'm here is because my latest obsession is the power grid. And I knew there's a bunch of pylons that I could sit and look at. All right, let's see. So it's definitely getting power to the solenoid. Now what we have to make sure is that the solenoid and the starter, the main cable on the starter. Now this looks like a reman, so he must have left his in. All right. Let's see. I gotta just check the main cable to see if there's power on that, because when I look at a diagram, I should. I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, because the starter could still get a click if the solenoid has power and ground, but if there's no main power, then it's not connecting anything to the starter. So, a lot of times when you have a car, especially like this, not in a shop, it was stuck in a parking lot. It could be somebody came first to try to boost it, and a lot of times they boost it backwards. And it could be he blew a main fuse. I don't know if that makes sense. I have to look at a diagram first, just before I say that. Let me find a diagram for this. And we'll be starting and charging. So now it's I think it's a TMC made. Alright, so here's the starter itself. Yeah, so it gets power straight from the battery. It doesn't even show a fuse there. See, there's the starter assembly, and here's the starter relay. So we know the relay is clicking. It's getting from here. The ECM controls the relay. Then the starter wire comes from the computer to activate the relay. It goes through this junction. It goes through the safety switch, which if it's in park will go on this green wire, and that will activate the relay, which will give power from AM2 fuse 30 amp. It will close and it will seal the relay, the solenoid on the starter, which pulls power straight from the battery. So we need a test light and see if we have power at the battery. Alright, I'm going to connect this to battery ground. If I hit a power, it lights up. I think this terminal's a problem. Right here it lights up. Right here. Okay, let's go down here. Alright, so I have power here. The question is if I have power here when I crank. Now, since I'm only one person, alright, I'm going to put a clip on right here, and I'll bring it to the front, and then I'll test it while we crank. Alright, this scope might be long enough. Alright, I have a clip on there. Now, let's ground this right here. Now on the scope I should see right now 12 volts or whatever our battery is. Just turn it on. Alright, max is, I have 5 volts. I have a huge voltage drop. Hold on. I have 5 volts unloaded. Let me put this test light here. It lights up brightly. It doesn't look like it's... So is this just a bad connection? Yeah, it was just a bad connection. Alright, now we got 12 volts. Okay, now, is this going to reach enough that I could crank it. Yes, it looks like it. Okay, we're still connected. Alright, I'm gonna crank it. There we go. The voltage drops to 0. Now it's back up. It drops to 0. So we have a voltage drop between the cable and that. Now if you want to see the actual voltage drop, you just go from battery power to battery power. So we're gonna go right here and we should have 0, like we do. All right, now when I crank it, you'll see the voltage over here will rise, showing us the difference of voltage. Okay, ready? It's at 0. Oh, sorry, it's going negative. It's going negative 10.8 because I have the terminals clamped. So we got a huge voltage drop on that cable. Now we're gonna try to find it. This terminal does look pretty, you know, sketchy. So I'm gonna check right here before we get to the starter. I'm gonna check this cable, like this guy right here, this little one here. Ooh, there we go. I think that is our problem. All right, watch. I'm gonna hook on to this wire. I'm not sure which one goes to the starter. I actually think that white wire goes to the fuse box. So it must be the other wire. But yeah, look, it moves. This terminal is just bad. I'm gonna go from right here to, and get the other side and go to the clamp right here. And we'll see if our voltage drop is in the cable. Okay, we got 0. Okay, now let's crank it. All right, I moved it and now it cranks. Okay, so I got rid of the voltage drop by touching the terminal. So all that was a bad terminal. I'm gonna clean it up and that's it. That's all this car needed. The mobile guy who came watches my videos, so I'm gonna have to post this now because he wants to know what the issue is. The issue is this cable is garbage. I'm gonna fix this up and I'm gonna put a new cable on. I think those are 11s. All right, I'm gonna clean this up. All right, okay, I'm gonna clean this up. Alright, now the terminals I use are from, I get them from Auto Supply. They're like OEM style. This one is a positive. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's just make sure this thing starts right up. Now, I'm not doing an after because if I do an after shot, it's starting anyway, so you're not going to see the voltage drop. I would have to disable the thing. Just a pain. But it starts right up. It's stalled because the battery is disconnected. And there we go. Lights are off. Yeah, this car side's just a bad battery connection. And I got to see the pylons. Alright, thanks for watching.